Plaintiff Justin Roberts says he lives with the defendants, and they often like to play pranks, such as setting fireworks off at each other. Justin claims he loaned his car to both of the defendants, and they both caused damage to his vehicle, so he's suing. Defendants Luke Thayer and Daniel D.M. Reilerstam say they never set fireworks off at Justin, and in fact, one of his indoor fireworks displays destroyed their home. Although they both admit to causing some damage to Justin's car, they feel they're being overcharged.
Tell me what happened.
All right, well, these are my roommates. We live in Michigan. You being a Michigan man yourself, you know that it gets pretty cold there.
Where in Michigan?
Oh, Grand Rapids.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I was saying, wintertime, close quarters, like there's not a whole lot to do. Like 4 ADD kids, like all in a house together, like it's cold outside. We're gonna get into some fun.
Okay.
Which leads me into a story. Recently, we had like a fireworks war. Like we had like bottle rockets and like, you know, the little bricks.
Shooting them at each other?
Kind of at each other, more just to scare, not necessarily aiming for anything, but like there was like people diving over couches, like it was a good time.
It's more like a war between Mr. Roberts and then I come home from work and I'm ready to go to bed and I'm hearing bottle rockets going off at 2 a.m.
Who is the enemy? He says that he's at work when you're doing this.
He's been there a few times when we've had it going on. But there was one morning when he needed to be up, so we decided to wake him up with a brick of fireworks in a pot with a lid on it. Kind of creaked his door open and kind of slid it in there.
Your Honor, I was out of town for the week and got a call from friends telling me my home was being destroyed by the fireworks, so I didn't know what was going on. So
who exactly did you play? Because both of these gentlemen said they weren't part of your war. They've suffered the consequences of your war, but who did
they were more casualties of war.
Right.
Collateral damage.
Awesome. Collateral damage, if you will.
Awesome. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, that brings me to Luke. Funny story about Luke. Like, we've been living together for a long time. Like, great guy. There was one night at our old house where, like, I'm just sitting on the couch, like, we're watching movies, and I hear this pounding on the door. And, like, it's got to be, like, 12 or 1 o'clock at night. And then, like, him and, like, 4 people just come, like, running into the house. And, like they just got back from skinny dipping in the lake. And they, like, just rushed back to the house. But that's Luke. He's a free spirit. That's why I love him. That's why he's one of my roommates. And
you always sue the people you love. That's right.
Tough love.
All right, go ahead. Let me hear from you guys.
Well, Your Honor, we our nickname for Mr. Justin Roberts here is Princess.
Oh, Princess.
Yeah, he gets that quite a bit. Justin does enjoy to drink a lot. There's been a couple nights where we've gone out and this one has decided to drink his weight in tequila, and that always ends.
Drink his weight in tequila.
Maybe that's a little bit of an overstatement.
Possibly. I am Irish and German, so I can hold quite a bit.
Yeah, that sounds like a stereotype. I don't think all Irishmen drink a lot. I'll ask the Irishman. Okay, well, if you say it's not a stereotype, I have to believe it. You're the Irishman, or you two are. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Along with those fireworks, though, that was a very interesting story. He likes to another morning. For some reason, he likes to wake people up in the morning. My morning shower and shooting our upstairs bathroom is open, so he shot fireworks all the way up into the bathroom in the shower. And that's not a fun position to be, naked showering, and then all of a sudden the room around you explodes.
That's pretty dangerous, sticking a firework somewhere where a person is showering.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it wasn't in where he was showering. It was down the hallway from where he was showering. So yeah. I guess ultimately our point with this is, Justin is... He's
a practical joker that sometimes...
A practical joker, and that kind of goes along with his irresponsibility.
Okay.
I think the majority of the time, he kind of tends to have this idea and this mentality that he can do what he wants when he wants it without regards to other people's needs or other people's, kind of what they would like.
Or what the consequences might be. You want to chime in at all?
I've even gotten to the point where when I buy groceries, I keep my receipt and I tape it up to the refrigerator so that I have an inventory of everything that I got, because I can come home from work. I work 60 hours paying off student loans and bills and all of that. And
how many does he work a week?
I got laid off, so I'm unemployed. That's that Michigan economy.
Sir, what are you suing them about? How do they owe you for car damages and property damage?
Well, basically, my girlfriend's, at the time, mom was out of town for a couple months. She went on vacation to New Zealand. So she loaned me their spare car. So I decided, since neither of them had cars and they both had jobs, that I would give them my car to use. Luke had it first. He had it for about 2 months. Came time for him to go to Florida. So I'm like, all right, just give me the keys. I'm going to give Danny to use the car because I still had my girlfriend's car at the time. I go to look at the car the next day when it's sunny out, and I noticed that the hood has been pushed in. I have a list here of everything
let me see your list.
that was damaged.
And was this before Luke had left town, or
This was, I looked at it the day after he left because I was driving it
but
over.
you still attribute these damages to him?
Yes, and that is what he is here for. He's to witness that there
Hood,
was
front grille, door, side panel, headlight, exhaust, turn signal, clutch, labor. How long? In 2 months he did all this?
Yeah. Well, I think the front end was Luke because he later admitted me that he rear-ended somebody. And,
Everything on here is him, you're saying, right?
the damages, like the car?
Yes, ma'am. That's what we're here for. Yes, sir. I'm sorry when you said princess, I call you ma'am.
It's an impound. They wouldn't let me get in to take pictures of. They don't want anybody back there.
My question to you is, are you alleging that they caused this amount of damage?
Yes.
Okay.
It's split between the two of us.
All right. So you're attributing the liability to both jointly and severally, not separately.
No, yeah, it's all together.
All right. And gentlemen, did you all cause damage to the hood, the door, the grill, the side panel, the headlight, the exhaust, the turn signal, the clutch?
With the first thing is I again left for a trip, and the day or two or however a couple days before I left, I had a car in front of me had stopped very, very suddenly, and I didn't have time to react quick enough to stop the car before hitting them. The damage that I am taking responsibility for and willing to take responsibility for is the logo on the front of his car, the hood, as well as the left light. The other body damage, I'm not convinced was me. I was going to.
What do you need to be convinced?
Well, you have to understand,
When you run in the back of someone, you usually suffer a little body damage.
Right.
But you have to understand, it's Michigan. We lived on a brick road where the snow would just get pushed over. So by the time you've had snow for 2 months, you have a 4-foot mound of snow on the side of each side of the road, and your car is getting parked farther and farther, or closer and closer to the middle of the road. So I don't know if cars were scraping by it.
This damage happened while you all had control of the car and authorization of the car.
Yes, sir.
To use it, yeah.
All right. Sir, what property damage and impound fees, what are those for?
When Danny broke the clutch, he just kind of coasted it off to the side of the road, and it was a no parking zone. He intended on getting it the next day, but I think it got towed within a half an hour because when he walked back and told me.
How much were the towing fees and impound fees?
The impound fees were $350.
For how long?
It was, I believe, 4 days.
Is this about right?
It's about right. I tried to get it out. I didn't have a whole lot of money at the time, so I was going to get it, but they wouldn't let me take it because it was registered under him. And at that point, with the hefty fines per each day, I couldn't cover.
Property damage.
We had recently moved, and I had the back seat was just 2 stacks of CDs, and I think Luke, in a hurry, was trying to clean the car, and because he was taking somebody out. So
what happened to them?
I found them in the trunk. Like the cases were all broken. Some of the
Did one
CDs
of them
were broken.
admit having done anything, or
They were in Your Honor, there was like, I don't know, like 60 CDs on a stack of like what you would have blank CDs on, like a pillar or tower or something along those lines. They were not in great shape to begin with, and
It was bad music.
regardless of
that's why you all broke it. Okay. Unfortunately, gentlemen, you're responsible for everything that happened to this vehicle while under your control. Judgment to the plaintiff, $2,735. You can buy a lot of fireworks with that, right? Have a good day.